A full investigation is underway into the circumstances surrounding the drowning of two men on a river.
The man has died in a boating accident on Loch Mask in County Mayo.
The body was then removed to Cork University Hospital where a post-mortem examination is underway.
The body of a man in his 70s has been recovered from the water at Wooden Bridge in County Wicklow.
A 19-year-old man has died after the car he was travelling in crashed into Court Town Harbour in County Wexford.
The body of a man in his 40s has been recovered from Loch Derg in County Tipperary. A search was launched after a speedboat was found.
Searching for people lost in Ireland's vast array of waterways each year is a job for a special type of person. Mallow Search and Rescue has a full team of such people who are willing to give up their time to try and help others.
The night in question, which was a very, very bad night, it was like Cork City was flooded, water everywhere. Coming home from the nightclub, he got disorientated and went off in the wrong direction and walked straight into the water. That's the end of that. So a search ensued then for 12 days to try to find his body, which thousands of people searching. Really, people were searching for 12 days, and we are very thankful to those people, of course. One of the groups that really were out there every day were Mallow Search and Rescue, and that's why we supported them so much. So eventually his body was found. It was a relief to find his body, of course, but it was very sad as well. Well, we have kept his memory alive, very much so. And we intend to keep it alive. We intend to do, we have done a lot, we intend to do more. We do not want his name forgotten. We have achieved that. He is quite well known, and that's what we want to do. He was a good footballer. I wouldn't say he was an excellent footballer, but he was a very good club footballer. He was really interested in GA. He was very interested in the Irish language and anything Irish. Music. He was the member of Goulet Choir, Cor Goulet, which is a pretty famous choir. He trained very, very hard, trained over the winter, played under 21, and all I would imagine be playing with intermediate now, you know.
Mallow Search and Rescue was set up in February 1983 after the tragic loss of a child inside in the river. There's approximately about 35 members with us at the moment. We do various searches on the River Blackwater and other rivers around Ireland.
Yeah, it was founded in the early 80s there after a tragedy in the local river. At the time there was very little anybody, there was very little people involved in searching for somebody in that situation. So a bunch of local people got together and they decided they'd do something about it. It went from there, it went dormant in for about 10 years. And around 2000 there we kicked it back to life again and got going. Since then it's grown and grown, it's got very busy. And it is recognised all over the country now, north to south of the border. We travel the whole country. There's a big demand at the moment, so unfortunately that's the way it is. That's a sign of the times we're in.
One of the more active members of Mallow Search and Rescue is Tony Carmody.
Mallow Search and Rescue since almost 10 years now. A friend of mine, John Wolfe, asked me to come down and give him a hand when they were reforming Mallow Search and Rescue. So when he asked, I came down to give him a hand.
It must be difficult to get time to volunteer for this, is it?
It's not difficult for me because I'm partially disabled, so I have all the free time in the world. So Mallow are kind of lucky like that. We have a lot of fellas there that can get free time for the searches.
Running an organisation like Mallow Search and Rescue isn't all about getting out and about. There are some indoor chores that need to be done as well.
There's lads that work behind the scenes, there's other jobs to be done besides going out in boats and diving and looking for people and that.
While volunteers may come at a relatively low cost, machinery maintenance, safety equipment and fuel certainly don't. Mallow Search and Rescue, like many other charitable organisations, survives thanks to the kindness of others.
Fantastic donations. We get nice donations as well from people, you know, that we've helped out. Sometimes they do a fundraiser after, we'd get a donation from that, of course it all helps.
Do we get any state aid?
No, not at all, we don't know. We don't get anything whatsoever from the state.
After the tragic loss of his son Brian, Coleman O'Toole has become one of those people that Mallow Search and Rescue just couldn't do without.
That happened in November. So at Christmas we were talking about what could we do for the future. So we decided, look, we'd set up the Brian O'Toole Fund. And we set up an internet site, which is brianotolefund.ie. And that we keep people informed of what we're doing. So we approached Mallow because, well, we were very happy with that effort, as we were with everybody else's, of course, but we felt Mallow were the best crowd to really carry out our wishes, really, which was to make it easier for everybody down the road if this should happen. So, and then we started to fundraise. It went really, really well, really well. We started about the middle of February, and by the end of May we were presenting a rescue rib to Mallow. So we were very pleased with that. So then the money we had left over, we decided we'd do something else for Mallow. Now Mallow were very interested in a side-scan sonar, so we bought that for them, and as you know, it is really, really successful. So I suppose there we are, you know, here we are today.
The family of a young Belfast man whose body was retrieved from the River Lagan today have expressed their gratitude to the Mallow Search and Rescue. Joby Murphy's body was found with the help of sonar equipment donated by a family in Cork. The 20-year-old had been on a night out when he fell into the river in January.
If it wasn't for the O'Toole family, we wouldn't have some of the equipment that we have today, and we wouldn't have brought any closure to families and things like that by using the sonar that cuts down our time searching for a person from, we just say, down in Coachford. It could take maybe 30 days, and we would use it the first day, and we found the person on the first day. So it's a big, significant difference, you know.
Although the O'Toole family's side-scanning sonar was donated to help bring closure to those searching for their loved ones, it also hit the headlines recently when it accidentally located a submarine in Derry.
We found stuff we were never supposed to find, but it'll pick up everything, you know, and given the right conditions in the right place, you'll see everything down to car tires.
This is the image at the centre of what's now a multi-agency investigation in Derry. It was captured by Mallow Search and Rescue, who are often called upon during search operations because they use specialist sonar equipment, which was donated by the Brian O'Toole Fund in Cork.
Mallow Search and Rescue is located on the banks of the River Blackwater in, you guessed it, the North Cork town of Mallow. An organisation which has been running in one form or another for almost 30 years, Mallow, like all the inland search and rescue teams in Ireland, is made up exclusively of volunteers from the surrounding areas. What makes this team special is the level of professionalism and commitment shown by these ordinary men as they do one of the most difficult jobs a person could imagine. On call 24 hours a day, Mallow Search and Rescue has an all-Ireland remit which has seen them do their stuff in nearly every corner of Ireland over the past few years. The equipment that these so-called ordinary people have managed to accumulate is state-of-the-art and makes this team one of the most sought-after search and rescue organisations in all of Ireland. Mallow Search and Rescue has been at the forefront of some of the most high-profile missing person searches over the last few years and have received national acclaim for bringing an end to searches for such people as Brian O'Toole and Belfast's Joby Murphy and returning their bodies to their grieving families.
The equipment we have would be various things from diving equipment, boats, side scans, sonar, laptops, things like that. We do a lot of diving from the boats and things like that on searches. We call out mainly to missing person searches. People who have gone missing, their families contact the Gardaí, and the Gardaí will contact us, or if the Gardaí contacted the Coast Guard or anyone like that, there will be callers when we go to searches.
Do you normally find anybody alive?
No, it's slim that we find anyone. It's 99% of the time we don't.
While every search brings a variety of differing emotions to the surface for each volunteer, sadness always comes to the fore when they remember their first.
We were back in the market. Actually, it was my first time I was seeing a rally. We were coming along the river. It was a dull, dark day now. About 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. Coming down the river, we were all in a human chain. We were just feeling along the water with our hands and our feet. And unfortunately, we came across the body. It was my first body I ever saw. There is counselling available for anyone that needs it, and the chairman sorted that out for us. That we just say if any member saw something that they didn't like, that counselling would be available there and then straight for them. I think the most rewarding part of the job is basically when you go out and you search and you turn up, you get the rain, you go searching, and next thing you find the person. That's the most rewarding part of the job. The worst part of the job can be sometimes seeing a body that has been in the water for, say, a number of weeks, things like decayed and things like that.
Mallow Search and Rescue may have been able to help the O'Toole family in returning their son to his native Ballyvourney, but they were unable to take away the pain of losing a son, a brother and a friend. Coleman O'Toole knows that returning Brian to his home was the easy part.
We find it very difficult. The rest of the family find it just as difficult, of course. But having said that, the rest of the family are married, they have children, and it's helping them somewhat, but of course they miss him. We keep ourselves very busy, and in myself we keep ourselves very busy, and works as well. I teach all the time. We do a lot of decorations to our house, we do a lot of the garden, I do quite a lot of walking, we go to games, we do some shopping therapy and all that sort of thing, and all those things do help, and that's how we're coping. But probably the secret of the whole thing is day by day. We have to just take every day as it comes and live for today. And I think we all live for today, life would probably be somewhat easier.
I will let you down. I will make you hurt. I wear this crown of thorns upon my liar's chair, full of broken thoughts I cannot repair. Beneath the stains of time, the feelings disappear. You are someone else. I am still right here. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end. And you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt. If I could start again, 1,000,000 miles away, away.